What's up guys, this is my OnePlus 7 Pro versus iPhone XR video. First of all, let's talk about the screens. You get a 6.1 inch, less than 1080p LCD display on the iPhone, whereas you get a 1440p 6.7 inch curved AMOLED display on the OnePlus 7 Pro. Undoubtedly, this phone has a better display than this phone, but I would say this phone is no slouch, and if you like flat displays, I think it's great. If you like the curved, no bezel thing, I think this one is better for you. Second, let's talk about the software. This phone runs Android 10, which is the newest version, and this one runs iOS 13, which is the newest version. These phones, because this is OnePlus, should expect to get new updates, and the iPhone should be expected to get new updates. This one should get them for a couple years longer than this one, though. And another thing about the software is that Android is much more buggy than iOS. I feel like iOS is faster and smoother. Like, let's say I'm gonna go in and out an app. Let's put this phone down on the side. If I'm gonna go in and out of app, it's so easy. You just go in, out. I mean, I guess it would say it's smoother. I don't know how much faster it is, but I would say it's smoother. See, pretty quick. Now on the OnePlus phone, going in and out. See, it's more jittery. They're both fast phones, but I would say, see, it takes a little bit to load, but I would say it's close enough. Maybe this was as fast as some older iPhones, but it's no slouch. It's just you get a smoother experience on here on the iPhone, especially with iMessage. I really love it. I kind of missed it when I started using this phone because iMessage was a great feature, and I loved playing games with other people and stuff on iMessage, and kind of missed that. There's a terrible messenger that comes with these phones, the Android ones, so I had to install Google Messaging, and it made it a little bit better. But mostly I use Snapchat and Instagram. If you notice someone who has an Android, they probably use those more than their actual SMS messenger. Another thing about the software is widgets. You could see here you are allowed to place whatever you want on your screen and customize it however you want. On here, you cannot do that. You just got the apps, and you have a widget page, which is a little small, but no one really uses it that much. I would say this has much better customization. Here, there is no app drawer. You have to put all your apps on the home screen. Here, there is an app drawer, so you get to choose what you want to put on your home screen and what you want to leave out. And this is full screen. I forgot to say, this has a notch at the top of the phone. Let's make sure the brightness is up so you can see it. Now, another department on these phones is the cameras. I would say the iPhone takes much better videos and much better photos than the OnePlus phone, in my opinion, even though it has one lens. Others may disagree with me, but I feel like with just this one lens on the iPhone and all their amazing software, they could produce much better photos than this phone. This phone can produce, they're not bad photos, but if you're going to compare the HDR, the iPhone just beats the OnePlus 7 Pro out the water. But when it comes to the telephoto and ultra wide, this phone wins. They are both glass aluminum sandwiches, so they're the exact same kind of build, I would say. This one just has smaller bezels, and they both have stereo speakers, so you both get great audio. On here, you do not get water resistance, and you do not get wireless charging. On this phone, you do get water resistance, and you do get wireless charging. Now, looking at the sides of the phone, so on the other sides, you will see that they both have mute switches. Let me do it closer. You see that grit? That's a mute switch. And on the iPhone, close, that is a mute switch. My camera's setting not to focus. Oh, it focused. But yeah, that's the mute switch. So that's kind of like the iPhone-ish. If you're going to talk about a phone, let me focus. If you're gonna take a phone that's the most like an iPhone, I would say it's this phone. If you customized it less, it would look more like this phone. Another thing I like about the iPhone compared to Android is Airdrop. If there was some type of Android AirDrop for Windows and stuff, I would like this phone better. But this phone with the iPad and the MacBook can really do wonders, and I really like it. Notifications I feel like are better on the iPhone too. I feel like sometimes I don't get my notifications on my Android compared to my iPhone. You don't have those weird bugs. On an Android, you can root your phone, but it's sometimes hard if you have a carrier locked phone. On iPhone, you can jailbreak your phone. I would say it's harder to do. It makes your phone a little buggier, but the team behind the jailbreaking, I feel like it's a very good team, and they take time to make their tweaks intuitive with the software. Sadly, this device is not jailbroken, so I can't show you some tweaks. Only my iPad is. Another thing about it is that on the bottom, the OnePlus 7 Pro has USB Type-C and the iPhone XR has Lightning. USB Type-C is the future. You could say Lightning is fine and you don't want to switch, but look at your MacBooks. They have USB Type-C. Look at all the other Androids, they all have USB Type-C. So I feel like these proprietary ports should go away in the future, but it's all in everyone's own opinion, I think. Looking at the prices, I don't know if I said this earlier in the video, but this phone goes around $500. This phone goes around $600. Used, these phones can go like 400, a little less. This one 400, maybe a little less. It depends on the model you get. This starts off at 128 gigabytes with 6 gigs of RAM. This has 3 gigabytes of RAM with 64 gigs. So you could tell like the difference in the prices between the two for how much storage and RAM you're getting. But the iPhone has better RAM management even with the less gigabytes of it. Now, if I'm going to decide which phone is better, I would say the OnePlus 7 Pro is better. But if you need iMessage and really like iMessage, then this phone is better. But comparing it to like a newer iPhone, like the iPhone 11 Pro Max, I could say this phone is better because the bigger screen and the smaller bezels are much harder to beat with this phone than the smaller screen, and not OLED display. But other than that, this is my OnePlus 7 Pro versus iPhone XR video. Please like, subscribe, and comment to see more content like this. And as always, peace out.